Back in the saddle after taking a month off and coming to the ring right now, Team IOU, and they get jumped by the perfect addiction, Randy Ray and Perry Winkle, to open this edition of the NBS TV. Breeding Ground Pro will be returning to this very venue this weekend, on the 23rd. Roots Event Center in Petersburg. Winkle and Ray kind of feel all proud of themselves before eating a couple of drop kicks and head to the outside. Pro presents Living Proof on the 23rd. Team IOU will be in action. Oh! Team IOU deliver a shot to Randy Ray, the most hated wrestler in Central Illinois. Perry Winkle put back into the ring. Team IOU did not appreciate being jumped before the bell, at least on the stage, and Nick Iggy slingshots himself on top of Perry Winkle, and here comes a double team knee to the face. And Iggy with the cover. Just a 1 count. Breeding Ground Pro is at Roots Event Center, just south of Petersburg, across the street from 8th and State Bank, and Menard Electric Cooperative, corner of Route 97 and Boy Scout Trail. Need a few landmarks to find it. Ray saves his partner and comes in to attack Nick Iggy. Later on in this program, we will have a bit of an announcement. But this weekend at Living Proof, Belakis will be facing Jake Dirden in a rematch for the franchise title. Mario Crivello will be taking on a newcomer, Jock Sampson. Now, it was a year ago that Mario Crivello lost his title to Jason Kincaid of the Smoky Mountain Wrestling, or NWO Smoky Mountain. He's from the Smoky Mountains, is what I was trying to get at. He did not return to defend the title, and then being stripped, Mario Crivello got the belt back. I don't know if similar situation's going to happen. I don't know much about this Jock Sampson. He's making his debut, so we'll see who will be and what he's all about. Also, Lucy Mendez will be taking on the returning Stacey Shadows, who had that wild hardcore match against Melanie Cruz a year ago. Perry Winkle and Randy Ray will be in 6-man tag team action. They will be teaming up with Guy Smith against Mega Over, Peter Swans, and Chris Jones. Team Guns and Beer will be taking on a team of Taylor Connors and Adams, making their debut. Johnny Wisdom will be returning and taking on another newcomer, Silent Warrior Kunai. Mike Outlaw and Mr. Nice, Nelson Six, will be taking on a team of Stephen King and Nate Red Wing. Also, Brittany Wilkins will be returning. Taking on Crotch, another Matt Conrad. Ring Ground Pro, I mean, this is the type of wrestling fan they're going after. They're looking for the wrestling fan that wants to see independent talent from all across the United States that we normally will not see in Central Illinois. Dreamlife brings in new talent all the time from all across the United States, but promoters Jack Pfeiffer and Gordy Williams want to bring that talent closer to home. And in comes Carrie Awful against Randy Ray. Oh! Backbreaker. Ray Winkle in. Team IOU cooking here. Team IOU will be defending the PGP Tag Team titles against the duo of Roscoe Eats Lisa. And Periwinkle pulled the referee out. Carrie Awful turns his attention to the official as Randy Ray. Hey, wait a minute. Randy Ray was loading up on a weapon and somebody ran up and took it. Carrie Awful, drop kick, pile driver. Good night. And that will be it. And Periwinkle irate at ringside. Well, Team IOU is victorious in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Didn't have a hard time fitting just 2 matches on an episode of the NBS, but we got a quick one in. So that'll be happening this weekend, May 23rd. Team IOU will be facing off against Roscoe Eats Lisa, Mikey McFinnigan, and Zach Sawyer. At the Roots Event Center, 14305s, Illinois Route 39, or 97 in Petersburg. 2 miles south, just south of the New Salem State Historic Site, so passing New Salem, not too far, they're more northbound. I was talking about an announcement. So, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to announce our next induction to the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Finally. Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th annual NBS Awards is coming to a close, and tonight we announce our final inductions into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. From a past generation, the legendary promoter of World Wrestling Alliance, who promoted events in the Midwest, including all over Central Illinois, and decorated champion, Dick the Bruiser, along with his son-in-law, who were tag team champions together, a WWE alumni, and both a part of Wrestling at the Chase, Spike Huber, will both be inducted into the Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in absentia by SICW's Herb Simmons. See it happen at Pinfall Wrestling Association's The Grand Wrestling Spectacle at Lanphier High School, 1300 North 11th Street in Springfield on May the 30th. For ticket information, head to PWA's website at pinfallwrestlingspringfield.net. Be sure to join us at PWA on May the 30th as we honor the legendary forefathers of professional wrestling in Central Illinois as part of the class of 2015. rematch has been signed as Dirty Jake Dirden seeks to reclaim the franchise championship from Blake Belakis at Living Proof Saturday, May 23rd at the Roots Event Center on Route 97 south of Petersburg. Also see the return of tag champions Team IOU, trios action with guns and beer, and an all-star lineup of the rising stars of independent wrestling from all over the United States. It's at the Roots Event Center, May 23rd at Brewing Pro's Living Proof. Visit them on Facebook, PGP Wrestling. TNA Impact Wrestling superstar, the American Wolf Davey Richards returns to the St. Louis area on Sunday, May 24th for High Risk Wrestling's Hall of the Mountain King. Also see ACH defend the High Risk Championship against Louis Linden. New ROH superstar Tataki Watanabe take on Blake Belakis and much more. It all happens at Hall of the Mountain King at the Veterans of Foreign Wars Hall at 621 Water Street in Cahokia, Illinois with a 4 p.m. bell time. Visit High Risk Wrestling on Facebook, HRWSTL.
Making their way to the ring first, from Kansas City, Missouri, Jeremy Wyatt and Mark Sterling, the Kansas City Killers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's good as time is any to restate the mission of the NBS TV program. This is a program that covers all of the Central Illinois wrestling promotions, whether it be PWA, PWG, Dreamwave, Powerhouse, Brewing Pro, Midwest Impact or Sky Pro Wrestling, or CIPW, or United Wrestling Coalition. And periodically we cover promotions down in the St. Louis area. Besides showcasing great action on this program, we also do news, information, and interviews. Originally, this program was an interview program, but a lot of us are busy as heck. Can't always do a sit-down interview in front of a camera. And it does take considerable time to edit an interview segment. Just don't post our programs raw. And if you're looking for a weekly episodic wrestling program, this is not it. We will talk while we're showcasing action from one particular promotion. We are going to talk about what is happening in the Central Illinois wrestling area while the match is going on, because if we did it a different way, like if I just stood in front of a graphic, the NBS graphic, for the entire half hour, you'd be bored stiff. You wouldn't be paying attention to me talking in front of the screen. I mean, you could... If you wanted that, I mean, it would be better suited for a podcast. If you're just listening to audio only,
where they at?
Doing it in front of the screen just doesn't do us any good. So that is the concept of this program. If you want a weekly episodic wrestling program, may I suggest United Wrestling Coalition online. That immediately follows this program on UPTV 6 at 10:30. And if you're watching early Saturday morning at 2:30 a.m. That is they put on a nice, tight format. This is the only promotion in Central Illinois that does it that way. But we provide service for all the other feds in Central Illinois that do not have the time or gunsure to do a program like that. Put on a wrestling program every week.
Hours to do that.
This program showcases talent from all across the Central Illinois region, so local wrestling fans who may not have ever attended an independent wrestling show in Central Illinois get familiar with the talent that they may see in wrestling in the ring locally. And here's a prime example. Here's two tag teams here. Jeremy Wyatt and Mark Sterling, known as the Kansas City Killers. The third member is Mike Seidel, who tags with them periodically. Sterling and Wyatt have wrestled in Central Illinois before, most recently for Pro Wrestling Epic. Either Springfield, Lincoln, or Mount Pulaski. The opposition, known as the Alpha Breed, Trevor Court and Remy Williams, or maybe it's Wilkins, I'm not sure. The Alpha Breed is from Indiana. Trevor Court has wrestled in Central Illinois for IWA Mid-South when they ran shows in Bellevue. Remy has wrestled for 01 Supreme a few times in East Central Illinois, Rantoul. And here they are in the new Roots Event Center, just south of Petersburg, a couple miles south of Petersburg, just south of New Salem State Park. And this is a low-ceiling venue. I mean, you can stand in the middle of the ring, reach up, and touch the ceiling beams. It's only about 7-8 feet high from the ring surface to the ceiling beams, and wrestlers in this venue have used the ceiling beams to do offensive maneuvers as Remy takes over on Mark Sterling and tags in Trevor Court. In the near future, I will be recording another podcast. There's some things I need to get off my chest, and the elephant in the room is this recent trend of forced coercion into making people under threat of social media lynch mobs to make people think a certain way, destroying all opposition, and all being done by a very small minority with a lot of money and a huge megaphone. I mean, Twitter was destroyed by all of 10 people. I mean, I'm not the only one who's noticed this trend. There's been a couple of books released recently documenting this grave assault on the First Amendment and the freedom of thought in this country under threat of really vicious retribution by people who can't stand the fact that they can't win at the ballot box, so they're trying threats and intimidation and whatever else they can use at their disposal. It's just despicable how the majority is just being beaten into silence by a few whack jobs. But that is for a podcast at a future date. And also, I'm going to talk about what each promotion can do to improve itself. So there's a lot of people who do not agree with who won the Promotion of the Year award. I mean, it was all about the roster. Who was on the roster? then Dreamwave would win every single year. It would not even be a contest. But there's many aspects to what makes a promotion the best promotion, or makes it a promotion of the year. Not necessarily the best promotion, but there are many things, many aspects to a promotion of the year, and it's not just one or two things. Oh, jawbreaker from Jeremy White. There's a tag to Mark Sterling. By the way, people are going to complain about me not talking about this particular match as I'm going into a monologue. But Proving Ground Pro will be in Petersburg with Living Proof. Team IOU will be taking on Roscoe Lisa. Blake Belakis taking on Jake Dirden in a rematch. Mario Cavillo taking on Jock Sampson. Lisa Mendez taking on Stacy Shadows. A 6-man tag match. And some other matches in the lineup. As Remy goes to the corner, clotheslines. Sterling, Trevor Court. Northern Lights suplex. And a cover. A little bit of a mix-up as to who the legal man is. Trevor Court in control of the match thus far. And Remy Williams tags himself in and pounds away at Mark Sterling. Other shows that are happening: High Risk Wrestling in Cahokia, Illinois at the Veterans of Foreign Wars Hall. And there's a bit of controversy with that. Prominent promotion down in the Southeast metro area has complained loudly about the presence of High Risk Wrestling. Does not believe, claims that they've been greatly disrespected because they did not, promoters of High Risk did not seek its blessing to run in that area. And think they're destroying the wrestling scene in there. Or doing damage. I don't know. It really doesn't make any sense to me. It's like it's a territorial thing. It's like, don't trespass in my territory. And that's another topic that I'm going to cover in that podcast whenever I have the free time to report it. And free time is at a premium these days. And I'm having to rush to produce this episode of the program on a Sunday evening. As Mark Sterling doing damage to Remy Williams. Also want to make note, Powerhouse Wrestling returns to Streator at the Polish National Alliance Hall, and there's controversy up there as well in Streator. It's not with Powerhouse, it's another promotion, alleged promotion, as Jeremy Wyatt suplexes Remy down for a 2 count. A wannabe promotion filled with people who have never trained to be a wrestler, running on what they claim is a non-profit promotion. Got featured on World Famous Flea Market. The match in particular was the infamous bout where Maria Canales was in the corner of one of these yarders in a parking lot in Streator across from a car show. We talked about it on the 2014 end of the year edition of the NBS TV. It was an honorable mention. It wasn't didn't make the top 10, but we recapped it. It was just Maria Canales just embarrassed herself. It took about 8-9 months for Maria's choices to be nationally exposed. And another wrestler may be making the same mistake. Paul London, for some reason, accepted a booking at this alleged promotion. whoever the heck he has a match with over there, it's going to be a train wreck because the guy he's wrestling is nowhere near skilled as Paul London. Paul London is a Ring of Honor superstar, former WWE alumni. He's going to be wrestling someone that has no idea what the heck he's doing, never been trained. Majority of their alleged wrestling career has been on a trampoline. They've only recently acquired a ring and now claim they're a legitimate promotion. They're not. Meanwhile, they're just trying to mess up Powerhouse Wrestling in Streer, which is a legitimate promotion. Tag! As Trevor Court tags himself in, takes down Jeremy Wyatt, clotheslines him down, kick to the gut on Mark Sterling. Court puts Sterling in a DDT position as Jeremy Wyatt eats a lariat and a 2 count. Well, it's just so much to talk about, and I only got half an hour, which is why I need to record a podcast soon and talk all I want. As Jeremy Wyatt is getting pounded by both members of the Alpha Breed. And Trevor Court, well, I don't know what's going on. Trevor Court off the ropes, trying to get in position. And a rake of the eyes by Jeremy Wyatt breaks up whatever Remy Williams was setting up for. Mark Sterling pulls out Trevor Court to the outside. Court and Williams kind of trying to figure out what they were... Oh my goodness! Mark Sterling's barbell was used on Trevor Court's back. Form of a neck breaker into a pinning combination for Jeremy Wyatt, and that gets the 1-2-3 at 12 minutes and 5 seconds, steals this match. Trevor Court got that barbell in the back. And Remy Williams jumped to the outside to attack Mark Sterling, and Sterling took him out too. So Jeremy Wyatt and Mark Sterling are victorious here at Proving Ground Pro. May the 23rd, Living Proof in Petersburg at Roots Event Center. If you want to see talent from all across the United States of America, which you normally don't see in Central Illinois, at the Petersburg this Saturday, Roots Event Center. Many great matches in the lineup. Also a special guest, Michael Elgin, will be appearing, doing an autograph session and all. He will not be in action, but we'll see if that happens to be the case. But Michael Elgin will be there as a fan. Have a fun and safe Memorial Day weekend, and be sure to go out of your way to thank a U.S. veteran for the service they gave to this country to keep it free and safe for everyone.